How's it going, YouTube? Dan the Plastic Man here. Hope you guys are doing well. Time for another Snapshot review, and we're going back to the good old Cosmic Era for this one. Yes, Cosmic Era is one of my favorite eras, guys. So, it's the Buster. Remastered version. Of course, we never got a standard master grade, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys before I get into it, this is one of two kits where I didn't like the mobile suit in the show, but once I built the master grade, my feelings did a complete 180 and I fell in love with this thing. So, first and foremost, the shoulders for articulation. You're not gonna get 100, you're not gonna get 360 out of this unless you get the guns out of the way. As is, you're barely gonna get anything out of the shoulders. You can bring the arms out a little bit, but this cover does not extend out, which is a bit of a hindrance. The arm, though, will turn 360 below the shoulder, and you get a great bend out of the elbow, but for some odd reason, when you try to bend it all the way, the upper armor on the arm right here wants to come off, so be careful with that. We'll go ahead and take a look at the missiles, since we're dealing with the shoulders. 12 of them. Lots of boom. The head, you can get a full... Crud, where'd that go? This is one tiny gripe, guys. This little piece right here is supposed to go over the forehead camera, like so. Now, there's no peg or anything holding there, just kind of friction. So be very careful when messing around with that. But as I was saying earlier, you can get a full Exorcist 360 out of the head, and you can get the Funky Chicken. The torso on this suit is going to be hampered because of the arms for the guns, but you can, I was going to say can, but it looks like you can't because of the connecting arms for the guns here, how everything just kind of locks into place. You can get a little bit of movement with the guns like stored. The legs will come this far forward standard, and they will go this far back without adjusting the hips, because remember, this frame, this X frame, you can adjust the hips down. So with the legs adjusted down, the forward motion becomes fully forward and over fully back. For the sake of balance, though, I'm going to tuck the hip back up where it needs to be. You get a little bit of side to side, of course, as with the front to back. Bringing the hips down will improve that. The knees, oh my lord, I love the knees on this frame. I've always been a fan of the splitting and the adjusting of the armor, but I don't know, for some odd reason, I look at the Buster. Here's the ankle movement, really great ankle movement, front to back, side to side, and you get the typical foot bend. Wow, that's the first time that's happened. Little note to be wary of. Don't try to make this thing do a tap dance. Now, as I was saying, with this color scheme, I look at the Buster and I see, you know, kind of an Afrika Korps Panzer or something from like Second World War Germany. Now, on to the main accessory, the guns. First and foremost, we have believe this is supposed to be a 90mm beam rifle of some kind, like long range beam rifle. Also, as I get ready to pose with this guy, you see this gray piece right here and the companion back here on the back of the gun. The gun launcher itself has these two pieces as well. Be careful with these things. They love to pop and fly off like nobody's business. So let's get the guns angled as they should be. I usually wind up flipping the hands upside down because I find that, you know, you've got the hands with the teeth are really the only ones you're going to need with this suit because it's the interchangeable hands. But I find that if you can just weasel the trigger handle in, you're good to go. Like, just get it in like that. Make sure that the armor doesn't pop. And you can pull off a decent amount of posing. Not a great amount of posing, mind you, but a decent amount. You can try, let me see if I can remember, because I had this thing on display at a local hobby shop, because they sold it, so I was like, you know what, guys, let me put a few things on display here, so that if people are curious as to what your products, what the product looks like, all they got to do is look around behind them in the display shelf. But I wound up bringing this guy home after a few months. Missed having it around, and I just like I said, I like this kit. So, their loss, your gain, guys. Here we go. Get the thumb around it. Sorry about laying it down, but yeah. A pose like this, really, compared to some of the other Gundams that I've worked with, is not that hard to set up. The only thing you got to worry about is making sure that he's balanced. So here is full pain mode. All the missiles, both guns, right in your face. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna mess with this. Stand by for incoming cat, gentlemen. If I can get her off the table quick enough. Oh no, you don't. No, get down. Sorry about that. And then, of course, with the Buster, one of the cool things about it is that each of the guns can combine to either be a hyper shotgun, if I remember the classification right, or a long-range sniper rifle. So let's get these things weaseled around. I'm not going to work them in the hands because it just takes a decent amount of effort. But you see these bending arms right here that hold the weapons. They will absolutely get into any angle you need them to get into with enough persuasion. So, let's see. And, oh, whew. It came apart, but it didn't break. You guys know my luck with doing some of these snapshots where things will break on me, so Buster, don't bust. Son of a gun, it did. It broke. Right there, guys. Well, thankfully this review is nearly over, and this kind of a break can actually be fixed fairly easy. All I gotta do is just, because thankfully we've got the back half of this side skirt to hold this guy in place, and he'll still maneuver around, so this is not a catastrophic break a la my Gundam X. So, because of this though, I'm not gonna show the, well, let me see, can I weasel this and still hold on to this? Oh, crud, I'm almost out of time. So, yeah, I'm not gonna... One second, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Nearly ran out of time on my memory card here. So, the way I'm looking at this, you can see where the break happened. And I believe a little bit of glue right around the inside edges there will resolve this little issue. Because everything else is still moving as it should. But let's get this flipped around for the shotgun. Come on. Alright. So, now we can kind of recreate the box art. And there you go, guys. If this break hadn't have happened, you wouldn't know it, because the side skirt is still together. And this is probably how I'm going to have this guy pose, because this is just a major you want some. So I'm going to leave this like this. I hope you guys liked the review. If you did, leave me a like, subscribe, leave me some comments, and take care of yourselves, guys. I will see you at the next review. Bye-bye.